Hello, everybody. How are you doing? How are you doing? This is S. Anthony Thomas. This is the S. Anthony Thomas Show, episode number 184. 184. I'm going to call this episode, Some People Are Annoying. That's the title. The title is Some People Are Annoying. And I'm going to jump right into it because I know that there are people that are getting on your nerves right now, right? Some people don't even realize they're annoying. Some people are annoying on purpose. And to be honest with you, it's actually easier to deal with the person that's annoying on purpose because you can get angry at them and then you can retaliate in some way. Somebody like if you're going after you another guy pursuing the same lady, right? And you want to pursue a relationship and this guy just wants to quote score unquote, and you can sabotage that guy after he tries to sabotage you. You can consider it a competition. Not only do you want to pursue this lady for a relationship and have a special time with this lady and be with this one, maybe even marry this lady, but you can just attack this guy in the competition to win this lady's favor. You have anger towards him. You feel like he's trying to mess your life up. You want to get this guy. You want to beat this guy. And also you want to win the hand of the lovely lady. That's okay because this person's being annoying on purpose. He's a you-know-what blocker, as they call him, right? But what goes through my mind is the people that don't even know they're annoying, which makes them even more annoying because they're not trying to be annoying, so you can't even get mad at them, so that makes them even more annoying. The first annoying people to you are your parents. Your parents are annoying. Now, as a kid, they're annoying. When you become an adult, if you have children of your own, or you care for kids or something like that, you realize they're not actually being annoying. They're protecting you. They're trying to keep you from doing something stupid. They're trying to keep you from injuring yourself. They're trying to keep you safe. But as a kid, on the other side, you can't stand it. If you're a teenager, right? And you know what teenagers do after a certain age, they want to be alone. As a teenage boy, you want to have some alone time. I don't want to have to spell it out. You know what I mean, right? And you think everybody's asleep. So you're going, this is great. Finally, I can have some alone time, if you know what I mean, right? But then all of a sudden, while you're in the middle of your alone time, you hear some footsteps coming up the hallway. And you're going, I can't tell whether somebody's going to the bathroom or whether they're coming here. Then you hear the knock on the door. Ba, 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 ba. Hey, what's the door locked for? And you're thinking, oh, no. You got to hide the magazine or the Sears catalog. Back then, people used Sears catalogs. I mean, not me, but other people. Don't judge me. Back to the story. Right? And you got to get yourself presentable for the person coming in, and then you open the door. Why'd you got the door locked? Oh, I don't know. I didn't realize it was locked. Hey, what's this Sears catalog doing in here? Oh, you looking at some toys? Right? And then he goes over there, right? Your dad goes over to the Sears catalog and he sees it ain't toys you're looking at. You're looking at the women, their underwear, right? And then he looks at the magazine and he looks at you and he looks at the magazine and he looks at you and he has a look on his face as if to say, oh no, now my son's moved to this part of his life. Oh, right. And he knows it's normal and natural. He knows that, but he ain't leaving you with that Sears catalog. Let me just take this Sears catalog, right? And you're going, well, maybe he doesn't know what was going on. And then you realize he picked up the Sears catalog with a damn rag. He didn't touch the catalog and he's holding it with his arm extended and he throws it into the trash can. You know what? I think I'm going to get another catalog. And you're only going to look at it when I'm in the room with you. Okay. And leave this door open. Right? So now because you got caught, oh no, now the door's got to stay open. Oh no. And that's not going to stop you. You're just going to have to be better at it. You're going to have to go to their room and see if your parents are sleeping. You got to listen for the snores. Okay, they're snoring. And then of course you go there. Hi, my parents are asleep. This is fantastic. It's time to have some alone time. And then all of a sudden what happens? One of your punk siblings is awake. Hey, I heard you walking around out here. What's going on? Hey, I feel I'm just going to sit on the bed and talk to you about nothing in particular. And good for you, it's a Friday, which means I don't have to go to school tomorrow, which means I could stay up all night talking about nothing. Your little sibling's annoying. You love them, but they're annoying. And now you have to figure out a way to get this done. And you go, okay, got to check on the parents. This time I'm going to take off my slippers. I'm going to walk real quiet. There's parents asleep. That's great. Go over to the siblings' room. Make sure the siblings are asleep, but they're all asleep. You start to ease back to your room. And finally, you get to have alone time. But all that work it took, right? Why? 'Cause your family's annoying. They didn't know they were annoying. Your younger siblings, fortunately, didn't know what was going on. Your father knew what was going on, but he was hard at work. And your mother, he didn't even say anything to your mother, 'cause you know daggone well your mother would make sure you didn't get to do anything. But those are the first annoying people in your life. Your parents, your siblings. But now we move on to another activity, right? When you're a kid, you want to have your own food. You start to become territorial with your toys. You start to become territorial with your food as a kid. And then when you become an older teen, right? Because when you were doing the stuff I was talking about before, you were a teenager. Now you're an older teen all of a sudden, right? And now you want your own thing. Man, I don't eat that kid stuff, man. I need my own stuff. And I remember as a kid, I started to make a little bit, had a little money. You have your little job. There may be a little allowance there. You didn't like what people had for dinner and you want to order something on your own, but you don't want to share it. And you don't want, why don't you share with your siblings? You're like, the whole idea of me ordering is for me not to share with anybody. So what do? You go downstairs. You look into the thing, you look at the menu, yeah, and you call up the place. Boop, 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 boop. I would like a double quadruple with a double quadruple and a large drink with the quadruple quintuple. Sure, that'll be this amount of money. That's fantastic. How much will it be at the door? It'll cost this at the door. And okay, then you do the calculation for the tip. I got that on me. This is going to be great, right? But then you realize, oh no, they're not just going to show up at the door. They're going to call the house to let me know they're outside. And that's going to kind of defeat the purpose. Ooh. And I'm not supposed to be ordering and opening the door this late at night anyway. Ooh. So I'm going to wind up getting in trouble. And they're probably going to take my food and throw it in the trash and make me share it with somebody. Oh no. Ooh. So what do? See, back then, they still had landlines in the home, and your parents had the phone in their room. Well, you can't go in there and get the phone, right? I mean, maybe you could pull it off, but you're not stupid. You're not going to do that, because then what are you doing in here? And you got to come up with a lie for the reason why you snuck in their room and you have their phone under your arm. Oh, you can't do that. Ooh. But the phone has a cord. Yeah. And the cord goes all the way across the room. Which means I can unhook the phone. Oh, the plug to the phone is right by the front door. Thank goodness I can actually unplug it from here, because they were normally going to put the bed on this side of the room, but it's on that side of the room, so I can get there. So you you open up the door, and it's the loudest creak in the world, but fortunately everybody's snoring. You open up the door. You try to open it up as quietly as possible. You crawl across the carpet, click, you unplug the phone. So now it ain't going to ring in their room. And fortunately, your siblings got in trouble, so their phone's not even in the room, in their room. So the only phone that could get you is the phone right there. Then you go downstairs to the phone that you're going to be using in order to get the food, and you turn the ringer down real low. And fortunately, everybody upstairs has the TVs on low, so they won't even be able to hear this. Oh yeah. The phone rings. Yeah. Food outside. Fantastic. You're hanging the phone up very, very quietly. Yeah. You go down to the door. You open up the door. Hopefully you don't get mugged. Not a big deal. Everything works out fine. You give the guy the bread. You give the guy the tip. Thanks a lot. You get the food. You just kind of sneak back to your room. You slide your food down. Bow. Right. And you realize you got to go plug that phone in. You got to go plug that phone back again. So you go back down to where the other phone was. You forgot to turn the ringer up. You turn the ringer back up to where it's supposed to be. You go into your parents' room. You take the thing. You click it. Click. You click it up. You're like, that's right. I'm about to bust this grub. I'm going to put some earphones on and watch this TV and watch a show that I'm not supposed to be watching in the first place, because I'm supposed to be sleeping. I got this food. It's a victimless. Oh no. And you hear the other phone, the other room, oh, what's going on? Yeah,